Welcome in the video series of Mathematics class 10th. Dear students, in the previous video we learned Pythagoras theorem and converse of Pythagoras theorem. We also learned what is meant by Pythagorean triplet. So in this video, by using all these things, we are going to solve some examples. So let's see. Identify with reason which of the following are Pythagorean triplets. Dear students, in this question, we are given with the three numbers and we have to identify that whether the given numbers are Pythagorean triplet or not. How to solve this question? Let's see. So here we are given with the three numbers like 24, 70 and 74. Okay. So to identify that whether it is a Pythagorean triplet or not, what we do? First of all, we'll find out the squares of all these three numbers separately. Okay. So here 24 square, that is 576. Square of 70, that is 4900, and square of 74 is 5476. Okay. Now after finding the squares of all these three numbers, we'll write the square of bigger number. That is, among these 74 is the bigger number. Okay. So here 74 square, what is that? 5476. Okay. Let's give it as a 1. Now, let's add the squares of remaining two numbers. Which two numbers are remaining? That is 24 and 70. So, let's add the square of these two numbers, that is 24 square plus 70 square. 24 square, 576 plus 4900. The sum of these two numbers is 5476. Let's give it as a second. Okay. Now, here from first and second, you can see here this square of 74 is equal to the square of sum of the squares of these two small numbers. This is also 5476. Okay. So from first and second, square of 74 is equal to 24 square plus 70 square. Okay. So in this way, it is a Pythagorean triplet. So here we give the reason that the square of the largest number is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two numbers. Therefore, 24, 70, 74 is the Pythagorean triplet. Okay. So if we do not get the sum of the largest number is not equal to the sum of the two remaining numbers, then in that case we will say that it is from the Pythagorean triplet. Let's solve another example. Now dear students, we are given with the three numbers, that is 10, 24 and 27. So here also we have to identify that whether it is a Pythagorean triplet or not. To identify that, let's write down the squares of these three numbers separately. 10 square, that is 100. 24 square, 576. 27 square, that is 729. So among these, 27 is the greater number. Let's give its a square as a 1. 27 square is equal to 729. Let's take it as a first. Now let's take the sum of the squares of remaining two numbers, that is 10 and 24. So 10 square plus 24 square. 10 square 100, 24 square 576. That is sum is 676. Okay, let's give it as a second. Now dear friends, you can see here from this first and second, the square of 27, that is 729. Okay, so here it is not equal to the sum of the squares of these remaining two numbers. Here it is 729 and the sum of the squares of remaining two numbers is 676. These are not equal. That's why here the square of largest number is not equal to the sum of the squares of the other two numbers. Therefore 10, 24, 27 is not a Pythagorean triplet. Okay. So in this way, for 2 marks you will get the question to identify that whether the given numbers are Pythagorean triplet or not. I hope the question is clear to you. Let's see another type of example. In figure, angle QPR is equal to 90 degree. Segment PM perpendicular segment QR and Q-M-R. PM is equal to 10, QM is equal to 8. Find QR. Dear students, in this question we are given with the right angle triangle, that is triangle PQR, in which angle P is of 90 degree. Okay, and here there is a perpendicular on the hypotenuse, that is PM is perpendicular to QR, and we asked to find out the length of QR. Okay, so dear students, to solve this question, here first of all we have to find out the MR. Okay, by using the property of geometric mean. So dear students, in the previous video we learned if a perpendicular drawn on the hypotenuse, the right angle triangle, if a perpendicular drawn on the hypotenuse, so this perpendicular is the geometric mean of the segment into which the hypotenuse gets divided. Okay, so here this PM is the geometric mean of QM and MR. Okay, so let's write down. So in the triangle PQR, angle QPR is equal to 90 degree and segment PM is perpendicular to hypotenuse QR. Okay, therefore by the property of geometric mean, here PM square is equal to QM into MR. Okay, so let's put the value. PM is given 10 and QM is given 8. Okay, so 10 square is equal to 8 into MR. Okay, so 10 square, that is 100. This 8 is multiplied, it will divide to 100 and we'll get the MR as 100 upon 8, that is 12.5. So in this way we got the value of MR as 12.5. But we not asked to find out the MR, we asked to find out the QR. Now you can see here this point QMR, these are collinear. Okay, so that's why here we say QR is equal to QM plus MR, because these 3 points are collinear. Okay, now let's put the value. QR is equal to QM, that is 8, and MR we got, that's 12.5. So 8 plus 12.5, that is 20.5. So in this way we got the value of QR, length of QR, that is 20.5. Okay, so in this way, by using the property of geometric mean, we can solve such a question. Let's see another example. From the figure, find RP and PS using the information given in triangle PSR. Dear students, in this question, we are given with a right angle triangle in which one of the acute angle is of 30 degree. Okay, so in a triangle, right angle triangle PSR, angle S is equal to 90 degree and angle P is equal to 30 degree. Okay, and from these three sides of the triangle, we are given with only one side, that is SR is given 6. And we ask to find out SP as well as PR. Okay, so here how to find out? So for that, here let's find out the measure of this angle. So here, if this angle is 90, this is 30. So obviously this angle R will be of 60 degree. That is remaining angle of the triangle. We are knowing that sum of all angles of a triangle is 180. Among that, this is 90 plus 30. That is 120. So obviously remaining will be 60 degree. So in this way, angle SRP is of 60 degree. Okay. Now, therefore, this triangle PSR is a 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree triangle. Okay. Now, dear students, in the previous video, we learned the property of 30, 60, 90 degree triangle. That is, here the side opposite to 30 degree is half of the hypotenuse and side opposite to 60 degree is root 3 by 2 times of the hypotenuse. Okay, so that property, that theorem now we are going to use here. So by 30, 60, 90 degree triangle theorem, here SR, so here this SR is the side opposite to 30 degree, right? So it is half of the hypotenuse. What is the hypotenuse? That is PR. So here SR is equal to half of PR. Why? Side opposite to 30 degree. Okay, now let's put the value. SR is given 6 is equal to 1 upon 2 into PR. Okay, so here this 2 is dividing, it will multiply, so 6 2s are 12. So in this way we will get the PR. Okay, so as in the question we asked for the RP, so PR here this SP is the side opposite to 60 degree, right? That's why this side is root 3 by 2 times of the hypotenuse. Okay, so let's write down PS is equal to root 3 by 2 of hypotenuse, that is PR. Okay, so here root 3 upon 2 multiplied by PR we got as a 12. Okay, so let's put that value. Now here 2 is a 2, 2, 6 are 12. So in this way we got PS is equal to 6 root 3. Okay, so let's write down the last answer, that is RP is equal to 12 and PS is equal to 6 root 3. Okay, so in this way, if in a triangle the acute angles, in the right angle triangle, if the acute angles are 30 degree and 60 degree, then even the one side is given, we can find out the remaining two sides. I hope the question is clear. Let's see another one. In the figure, M is the midpoint of QR. Angle PRQ is equal to 90 degree. Prove that PQ square is equal to 4PM square minus 3PR square. Dear students, in this question, we are given with the right angle triangle PRQ. Okay, in which this M is the midpoint of this segment RQ. And we asked to prove that PQ square is equal to 4 PM square minus 3 PR square. Okay, this we have to prove here. So here what we do, now as it is a right angle triangle, so we will apply here Pythagoras theorem. So dear students, here we have the two right angle triangles. That is, one is the triangle PRQ, big one. Okay, so in which angle PRQ is of 90 degrees. So let's apply the Pythagoras theorem in this big triangle. Okay, so here PQ is the hypotenuse. So PQ square is equal to PR square plus RQ square. Okay, now here we write this equation in the form of RQ square. Okay, so keep the RQ here only and transfer this PR square to the LHS. So as it is plus, it will become minus. So we get here PQ square minus PR square is equal to RQ square. Okay, that is RQ square is equal to PQ square minus PR square. Let's give it as a first. Okay, now we consider this small right angle triangle, that is triangle PRN. Okay, so in this right angle triangle, angle R is of 90 degree. So here also we will apply the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so here PM is the hypotenuse. That's why PM square is equal to PR square plus RN square. Okay, now dear students, here what we do, instead of writing RM, we will write this RN is half of RQ, right? As it is the midpoint, so RM is half of the RQ. So here what we do, this Rn square will replace it by RQ, half of RQ square. So PM square is equal to PR square plus half of RQ square. Okay, let's write down its square value. So PM square is equal to PR square plus square of 1 is 1, square of 2 is 4 and RQ square. Now let's multiply by 4 on both sides. So here 4 PM square is equal to 4 PR square plus, as we multiplied by 4, so 4 will get cancelled, that is RQ square. Okay, now here this equation also will try to convert it into RQ square. So here keep the RQ square in one side and this 4 PR square, let's transfer it to the LHS with the side of 4 PM square. Okay, so RQ square is equal to, as it is plus, it will become minus. So RQ square is equal to 4 PM square minus 4 PR square. Okay, so let's give it as a second. Now dear students, here you can see, here first one is RQ square and second one is also RQ square. So from this first and second, as their LHS are equal, it means RHS are also equal. So what is the RHS of first one? PQ square minus PR square is equal to, here RHS of second one is 4 PM square minus 4 PR square. Okay, so here this PR which is negative, let's transfer it to the RHS. Okay, so it will become positive. because what we have to show is that LHS is with the PQ only, PQ square only. So we'll keep here only PQ square and we'll transfer this PR square to the RHS. So here PQ square is equal to 4PM square minus 4PR square. This minus will become plus PR square. Now dear students, these are PR square, PR square. Okay. So here minus 4PR square and this is 1PR square. Different sign subtraction. So 4 minus 1, that is 3, and sign of bigger number. So in this way PQ square is equal to 4PM square minus 3PR square. Dear students, we have to do that same. Okay. So in this way, by using the Pythagoras theorem, we have proved that PQ square is equal to 4PM square minus 3PR square. So dear students, in this video, by using the Pythagoras theorem, then theorem of 30, 60, 90 degree triangle and property of geometric mean. By using this, we have solved some examples. I hope all these examples are clear to you.